The #1 selling product of its kind with over 20 years of research and innovation. Botox Cosmetic, out of botulinum toxin A, is a prescription medicine used to temporarily make moderate to severe frown lines, crow's feet, and forehead lines look better in adults.
Effects of Botox Cosmetic may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness may be a sign of a life-threatening condition. Patients with these conditions before injection are at highest risk. Don't receive Botox Cosmetic if you have a skin infection. Side effects may include allergic reactions, injection site pain, headache, eyebrow and eyelid drooping, and eyelid swelling. Allergic reactions can include rash, welts, asthma symptoms, and dizziness. Tell your doctor about medical history, muscle or nerve conditions including ALS or Lou Gehrig's disease, myasthenia gravis, or Lambert-Eaton syndrome, and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects. For full safety information, visit BotoxCosmetic.com or call 877-351-0300.
See for yourself at BotoxCosmetic.com.
This year, Santa's bringing the power of Energizer into his workshop.
Whoa, the Energizer Bunny's got so much power.
Wait, he's powered up all the toys. I think that means we're done for the year.
I love this bunny.
He's the hardest working helper the North Pole has ever seen. And he wants all your gifts to have the power of the #1 longest lasting AA battery. So this holiday season, stock up on Santa's and the elves' favorite battery, Energizer Ultimate Lithium.
All right, so look, man, as I mentioned, my Detroit Pistons, they have not been having the best experience so far. Better than last year. Definitely much better than last year. They're not going on no crazy losing streaks. And as of right now, it's only a 3-game losing streak from the Detroit Pistons. They lost to the Sixers, the Bucks, which knocked them out of the in-season tournament. They were so close. Was undefeated up until this point playing the Bucks, and it was decent play, very decent play up until the Bucks opened up that can on us. Then the Celtics took care of business against us last night. But above all, man, the Pistons, the main thing I want to focus on is the in-season tournament. This is the play that's coming up very soon. It's starting on December 10th. But Pistons were eliminated. And a lot of people were upset about this game against the Bucks. But, you know, it kind of struck me in the wrong way because I'm like, I get that fans are upset about losing the in-season tournament chance and possibly getting in the tournament. But, bro, like, when you think about how that game went against the Milwaukee Bucks, can you really be upset? There was a video I seen of a fan. He was flicking off players and stuff as they was headed to the locker room. And it's like, bro, seriously. First off, must I remind you, the Pistons were 3-0 in group play up until the final game where they had to beat the Bucks. And then must I remind you, the Bucks literally played a dreamlike game of not missing anything in this entire game. It was crazy. And for a fan to be at the game and to witness how the game played out, it was in Detroit. So for him to witness how the game played out just tells me you're an idiot. You're an idiot. You didn't watch the game. You didn't pay attention to anything that was going on. Like, literally, the Bucks did not miss from the three-point line. The first half of this game, they were 15 from 21 for three-pointers. They missed 6 three-pointers. That's it. Shot 21 and only missed 6. Meanwhile, yeah, you could talk about the Pistons defense wasn't there. The effort wasn't there after a while. But can you blame them? You get depleted after guys is knocking down threes 4 in a row, 3 in a row. Like every other 3 is going in. You lose a bit of your morale. Now, I'm just saying. Some of the morale goes down on the team when everything they throwing up is going in. And I know, you got to fight through it. You got to stay with it. But also, as the Pistons were doing that, they stayed in striking range. They stayed in distance of 12, 13, 15. But the lead just continued to grow because they didn't miss. Celtics or Bucks just didn't miss. And then whenever Pistons would strike something up, foul call. Giannis at the line. Yeah, I'll say this. Anytime Giannis Antetokounmpo is hitting jumpers, it's bad. It's bad. You might not win that game. Let's be real. You might not win that game. Anytime Giannis is hitting jumpers, it's a very, very good chance you're not about to win that game. Giannis Antetokounmpo is not a good shooter. I know it's been an aspect where he's been trying to improve. I know it's been an aspect where he's been taking more jumpers, making some three-pointers, all of that stuff. But he's not a good shooter. So when he's knocking it down consistently, it's bad. It's bad. Your team not going to win. And that's what was going on for the Pistons. Yeah, they could have buckled down on defense, protected the paint a little bit more. Yeah, they could have maybe sent the double team toward Giannis, but did you really want to do that when Dame didn't miss at all? And you had Portis knocking down threes, Lopez, bench guys you don't even know knocking down threes, just coming in the game, shooting and tossing it up, and it's going nothing but net. Like, do you really want to double when that's going on? Then meanwhile, on the offensive side, they were struggling. I couldn't really knock anything down. So, I get why people are upset, but, it's the in-season tournament at the end of the day. Still, it's the in-season tournament. It's not the playoffs. It's not where the bragging rights go to. The in-season tournament is not where people get extended contracts or why people get extended contracts in these big bucks that they get come contract time. No, it's the in-season tournament. Relax. Just a little bit. You learn from it. You play through the adversity. This is the first time the Pistons have had a important game in a long time, in a meaningful game in a long time. Last year they wasn't even in consideration for it. And just to tell you, when I say, it's the in-season tournament, what I mean by that is last year we seen the Lakers play the Pacers, but both of those teams wasn't even in competition to go to the in-season tournament this year. They was eliminated before it even got started, before group play could even figure out who was going to reach the final stages. It's the in-season tournament. Chill out. Chill out. Playoffs is where we really want to get the hype. And they still got a lot of time to improve. I know this tournament's coming up fast where it's about to start, and you got the All-Star break. It's really flying by for the NBA season. So pretty soon we're going to be on a playoff crunch, and I think that's something that can still happen. But I'll say, man, I think the one aspect where the Pistons definitely got to improve, despite all the noise about the losing the in-season tournament game that could have helped them out and possibly get into the playoffs. How great Cade has been. Obviously, we know Cade has to keep that up. He's playing at an all-star level. He's been playing out of this world. The game against the Celtics where they lost, that man went crazy. 27 points, 14 assists, 9 rebounds, and they still lost by 10 points. Score doesn't really reflect the whole thing. It was kind of a beatdown. They got blown out, but just made an end of the game type of run and eventually cut the score a little bit. So, the score doesn't look as bad as the game actually was. Cade played great. But the biggest change that has to go down here with the Pistons is, man, they need some scoring from the bigs. They need some scoring from the bigs like crazy. Stewart, Duren, you guys are literally there to play defense. I love Stewart. I love Duren that they play defense. I love that they're active. They give effort. But also, if you're on a court to play defense and guys are scoring on you almost every possession, or they're exploiting the paint almost every possession, why are you even on the floor? Serious, genuine question, because if you're not scoring on offense and your whole job is to play defense on the floor, but you're still allowing people to score on you and exploit your paint, you should not be on the floor. So I know, hey, the work comes in the offseason and things will get better. We seen Stewart start shooting jumpers and stuff. Some of them go in, but these guys got to get something going on offense where we can somewhat rely on them. I'm not saying any 30-point games or nothing like that, but we need more than just alley-oop buckets and just rebound putback type of buckets. We need more than that. We need you to be able to shoot a 15-footer, a 12-footer. A post move would be beautiful for once. So we need to see those things evolve within our centers of Stewart and Duren, because if not, it's going to be an Andre Drummond situation all over again. Great big, can rebound, big body in the paint, zero offense. And that was a big reason I didn't like the Pistons' offensive scheme at that time, is because we tried to run it through Drummond and it's like zero offense. So that's my thing with them. They got to get it together, man. They play the Knicks coming up this Saturday, and I'm a little scared to watch. Knicks, man, Karl Anthony Towns, and they got the bigs. And Pistons is little. So I'm curious how this defense is going to look, but they get some rest in between. So maybe they'll step it up. Maybe they'll look a little bit better. Who knows? Anyway, look, man, we got some news coming up, man. College football news, big time stuff happening in college football. As you know, the bowl games is starting. Also NFL. So stay tuned. Bill Belichick is in the news. It's Chiefs, possibly. Chiefs, hey, I'm gonna leave it at that. Look, we got some news coming up in just a sec. Don't go anywhere. It's halftime. We'll be right back.